All right. All right. So last week, the piece we did on the old the C word, they knocked it down again. That's kind of what we want to talk about a little bit. I'm going to show you here about the pieces that we've recorded. And here's just about the one, two, there's about four of them in the last month. So this is what they've done to us, and this is what they've done to him who was affected by this. So I'd like to just catch you up on that and let them do the words. And all I'm doing is presenting it to you. Watch this, and we'll be right back. And we'll close it out with some uplifting words of truth by Mr. Alex Jones. That's what we'll see next. After this piece, be right back.
So just remember that earlier this month that the Biden administration was systematically, a federal court this month found that the Biden administration was systematically and unconstitutionally pressuring big tech to censor dissent. And what did Joe Biden do then? He sued to keep doing it. Mm-hmm. Representative Jim Jordan, now that the Republicans are in charge of the House, they get to have hearings, and here he found out about the same thing that the government was doing with the Twitter files, telling a social media company to censor and who to censor. They're doing it to Facebook too. Of course, they're doing it here at YouTube. Of course, there's a target on our back. Of course, when I put out the Robert Malone video, they got an order from somewhere, from the White House, from Big Pharma, from whoever, to come after me. They did.
You could have much less subscribers than they would. That's the thing that's shocking.
That's another
from the
thing.
Twitter files. People with not a lot of followers or subscribers.
Yeah.
They'll focus on especially.
So we're going to find out how Facebook also targeted me and our content. And you're going to see it in here. Not me specifically in here, but we were targeted the exact way. And so we would put up truthful content about the vaccine or about COVID, and then it was caught, and it would get flagged as partly untrue, or would get flagged as missing context. And so that would mean that nobody's allowed to share it, and nobody gets to see it. And then they would suppress your account. So they suppressed our Facebook account. Now we're not even allowed to advertise our dates. I'm not even, so like if I'm doing the Toronto, a theater in Toronto, I forget what it's called, the Royal Theater. Now, if they want to, there's a way you can hook up the Royal Theater with the Jimmy Dore page. So when they post something about the Jimmy Dore show coming to their theater, it'll show up on my page too. They won't allow you to do that. They won't allow me to advertise my own shows on Facebook. Why? Because we were right about COVID, and the government and Big Pharma didn't want accurate information about COVID getting out there. So they made it look like I was spreading misinformation. So now probably people who casually know me or people who know me all my life think I was spreading misinformation because Facebook was lying that we were spreading misinformation. We proved every time they did a fact check, it was a fake fact check. It was made up stuff, and it was funded by Bill Gates. Facebook says they use third-party fact checkers. They use third-party fact checkers funded by Bill Gates and the Rockefeller Foundation. That's who does that, okay?
Trusted sources. So this guy, they got some emails and docs. He says never before released internal documents subpoenaed by the Judiciary Committee prove that Facebook and Instagram censored posts and changed their content moderation policies because of unconstitutional pressure from the Biden White House. During the first half of 2021, social media companies like Facebook faced tremendous pressure from the Biden White House, both publicly and privately, to crack down on alleged misinformation. Here's one of the emails. In April 2021, Facebook employees circulated an email for Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and the COO Sheryl Sandberg, writing, "We are facing continued pressure from external stakeholders, including the Biden White House, to remove posts." Wait,
That's what it says right there. We are facing continued pressure from external stakeholders, including the White House and the press, to remove more COVID-19 vaccine discouraging content. Not false, not inaccurate, but just anything that would discourage. So people got mad at me when I said I got vaccine injured. People I know got mad that I would share that information publicly, that I got vaccine injured, because it would discourage other people from getting the vaccine. So you're not supposed to tell the truth. And that's what this is telling too. So even truthful posts about the vaccine were censored.
Wait, look at White House was concerned that the number 3 post was a vaccine discouraging humorous meme.
Yes.
And they call, wow. Wow.
Yes,
Wow,
meme. They
memes
even
are-
censored memes. We're going to show you that. So Jim Jordan then wrote that on April 2021, the email revealed that a Facebook executive informed his team that a Biden administration senior advisor was outraged that Facebook did not remove a particular post. The post, according to Jordan, was a meme of actor Leonardo DiCaprio pointing to a TV with the cap. I'll show it to you. That's it. Did you or a loved one take the COVID vaccine? You may be entitled, ... 10 years from now, you will be watching TV and hear this commercial.
You may be entitled to jack shit, is what it's going
You're
to
gonna
say.
be, yeah, right. But so the White House told Facebook to take this down. A meme that says. So back
Well,
here.
no wonder comedy had to be censored so early on in the censorship wars. That's one of the first things.
So, in another April 2021 email, Nick Clegg, Facebook's president for global affairs, informed his team at Facebook that Andy Slavitt, a senior advisor to the President Biden, was outraged that Facebook did not remove a particular post. Andy Slavitt was Joe Biden's chief in charge of COVID response. Andy Slavitt, in June of 2021, tweeted out that COVID is so contagious that everybody's going to get it, even if you're vaccinated.
Did he want that removed?
That's what he said. He said that in June of 2021. I saw that tweet. Nobody else in the entire world saw it. And so they thought if we just everybody got vaccinated, we would get rid of COVID. That was never the case. That was always a lie that was told to you by Fauci and the corporate media. That if everybody got vaccinated, we would get rid of the COVID virus. That was a lie in 2021. It's a lie in 2023. It was always a lie. And people were lied to and they believed it. They believed it. People, my
luckily,
friends, my good friends who don't know anything about COVID because they didn't look into it, all they did was turn on the TV and they were lied to. And then they thought the lie was the truth and they thought we were lying. No, you were being lied to by the government. You were being lied to by the corporate press that is owned by Big Pharma. And you're being lied to by Big Pharma.
Well, I just thank God that it turned out to be such a great, safe, and effective vaccine because that could have been a real disaster.
It could have been. Just got off an hour-long call with Andy Slavitt, Joe Biden's COVID response director. There are some pretty serious and sensitive issues we need to address. And here's a summary. And he gives us all this. And an example, he was outraged. This is at the bottom. Not too strong a word to describe his reaction that we did not remove this post, which was third most highly ranked post in the data set that we sent to him.
Oh, well, I'm sure that'll get rid of the controversy.
And
if you
this
suppress
was it. This was that third most. So Andy Slavitt, direct from the White House, is outraged. And so you don't think that's unconstitutional.
All right, so I want to close it out with Words of Truth by Mr. Alex Jones. He says it better than me on this. I want him to say the way I feel also. And enjoy, and we'll see you next week. Fight the good fight. Go to Rumble. Keep it going because they're going to knock these off just like they do on everything else. They strain at gnats, and they hate the truth. See you next week. Fight the good fight. Enjoy.
Systems, the company store, the paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. sleeps in the same room with that creepy weirdo woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.